them apart, but now they're together. They're two wacky gringos in all kinds of weather. When it's sunny, they're funny. When it's rainy, they're zany. They're two gringos who sometimes do bits.
There we go. Hi, good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it is. Hi, Mike.
How are you?
I'm holding on, I think. Going a little nuts, but who isn't?
Yeah. Who isn't?
Who isn't?
Who isn't going nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to getting back.
You have a pass this year. I think everybody has a pass this year to go nuts. You know,
It's a free go nuts pass.
All other years, you know, people go crazy and they don't have a pass. This year, I think you have a go crazy pass.
It's crazy. Or do whatever you want. I'm gonna go ahead and dye. Let's see what little hair I've got left, like purple or green or something. Just
May as
because.
well. You just say, hey, it was 2020.
Hey.
You know, if you don't do something crazy in 2020, you're just wasting a great opportunity.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Let's dye together because we don't have that. We're not going to have to use that much anyway.
We could share.
You know, the two of us. It's like, can we buy half a bottle of dye? Is that the thing?
Just an eyedropper full.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Can we have 2 eyedroppers of dye, please? We want to go crazy.
Crazy. So how you doing? How's this week been for you in Bouquet Day?
Well, I'll tell you. Are you a cat person? Do you like cats?
I like cats, but I can never eat a whole one. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm allergic to cats.
You are.
I'm very allergic to cats. So I can tell when there's a cat in the room, and I don't even have to see him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my eyes get all.
Well,
otherwise, they're lovely animals.
I think I like cats. I think I'll tell you a story though. I think they're allergic to me.
Okay. Do
tell.
All
right, one day this cat shows up out of the blue. I mean, a gray and white cat, nice looking cat, young looking cat. Like I'm guessing like a year, not a full mature cat, but not a little baby either.
Okay.
And so Pilar puts out food for the cat. You know, the cat is like meowing, meow, meow, you know. And we put out food for the cat. And I said, well, if you put out food, the cat's probably going to come back, which is exactly what happened. The cat leaves and comes back. And now Pilar is out buying food for the cat. You know, now we have food, milk, whatever, you know. We have basically a menu for the cat to choose. I'll take that, you know. And now this has gone on for like a week or, you know, 10 days, something like that. But the cat never gets close to us. Never, you know, never is like affectionate, never won't come close to us at all, you know.
Okay.
And we're kind of like, hey, buddy, you're just going to eat and run every day. You're going to eat the food and take off, you know. So then another cat shows up, an orange cat.
He told his friend.
And they don't like one another. And they're like, you know, doing their hissing at one another. And I actually like chase the other cat away because I figure it's better than having a big cat fight. I don't want this one to get hurt, you know.
Yeah.
But still, we put out food for the gray cat and eats the food and takes off. Now I'm thinking, wait a minute. Maybe we should have befriended the orange cat. Maybe that's the cat that's gonna love us.
Maybe he's a better cat.
Maybe he's a better cat. Maybe we picked the wrong one. I don't know. But just because the gray one was there first. But I don't know.
We have actually a similar kind of a cat that comes and visits us in Bouquet Day when we're at home. And Gabrielle calls her Maya because that's the way she kind of introduced herself. You know, she comes around and goes, meow, meow. And sometimes she wants something to eat, and sometimes Gabrielle will give her something like a
cocktail.
We actually bought some, you know, the cat food in the pouches. It's so moist
Yeah.
and delicious.
Sure.
No, cat didn't like that at all. It's like, nah, no. So he'll come. He really likes chicken bones. You know, like the wing tip that nobody can ever eat. You know, so we'll save those for it.
Yeah.
Uh, and sometimes it just comes around and wants Gabrielle to pet it. Not me. Knows that I'm allergic, so he won't
Right.
come near me. I guess he knows. I don't know, but he loves Gabrielle. Of course, all the woodland creatures love her. You know, she's like the
Oh, yeah. Well, she's busy hugging and kissing. You know, like who was the Disney character in the woods with the birds and the, you know,
like
uh, Snow
Sleeping
White. Was
Beauty.
it Snow
Snow
White?
White, right? Like
Snow
that.
White.
Yeah, I really get tired of the dwarves coming around though because they're so needy.
They're not. Yeah, they're actually old. You know,
No offense to
little
people of shorter
perverts.
stature in the world and the audience. Talking about, the seven. Dumpy through dopey or grumpy through dumpy. That
Yeah.
should be a dwarf,
Dumpy.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the eighth dwarf, Dumpy. Yeah. Nobody likes Dumpy.
That's Grumpy's twin brother.
Yeah,
Dumpy.
grumpy, dumpy, sleazy, greasy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are also Fred Sanford insults, right?
Sleazy, sneezy.
All right.
There are actually 15 dwarfs, but some of them.
Yeah. The less popular dwarves, they don't get the limelight as much.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's the one with the professional degree, Doc.
Doc. Yeah.
He's working at the White House now.
He sure is. Yeah. Yeah, Doc. Here you guys. Here you go. Here, try some of this. No, you'll like it, really.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, Doc. No, don't worry about it.
His last name is Feelgood.
Dr. Feelgood. Oh, yeah.
Feelgood.
So, Patrick, as the
Yes.
producer of the show, you.
Yes. I had lined up a guest.
Yeah, you know.
And it was all good right up until now. And I don't know where my guest is.
Right up until showtime.
I don't know.
All right, that's okay. Well,
it happens from time to time. And if they show up, they show up. And I don't like to mention their name unless they actually show up. Otherwise, that would be guest shaming or something. But, I had a fun and kind of interesting fun week. I did a little garden landscaping last week for a friend,
Cool.
which my job is mostly digging holes and spreading bark, and I found that after you do physical labor like that, after a little while, your back really starts to hurt. My back started to hurt about 3 seconds into it, So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go see the doc. I think there might be a little arthritis or something going on back there. Because now it just hurts all the time,
Usually, when you're 60 years old, that's not the time to take the landscaping job, your first landscaping job.
Well,
I'm looking for a job. Hey, ditch digger. Hey, that sounds great.
I gotta get back to Boquete somehow. I gotta make some shekels so I can hop.
Well, I'm just saying that people told me when I lived in New York and we used to have 8 feet of snow, and I resisted getting a snowblower because I thought, hey, it's exercise. It's good exercise.
Yeah.
It is the worst exercise you can ever. It's a heart attack with a handle. That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. More people die from shoveling sidewalks.
Yeah. So I couldn't be a bigger advocate for snowblowers, even though I live in Boquete now. There's absolutely no need, but that's why I live here.
Yeah, exactly. There's no need for a snowblower there. Snow is something I'm really hoping to never ever see again. I'm hoping that somehow circumstances work out. I don't have to visit somebody or go to a wedding or a funeral in some cold, horrible place, you know. It would be so great. You know, growing up in Denver, snow, you know, snow in the winter, I hated it. When I was like 8 years old, I remember thinking, I'm going where there's palm trees, you know, as soon as I can.
Well, one thing a lot of people who live in other parts of the world, like here in Panama, may not realize is that when you live in a lot of places in the United States, the North, you need a huge wardrobe.
Oh,
you need snow clothes. You need clothes for the summer. It could be 110 degrees. It could be 20 below zero. So I remember I had, to do the snow blowing, I had these snow pants, because you have to have you could wear jeans, but when they get wet, they get really, really cold and
frozen. Yeah,
frozen.
Yeah,
you need all that stuff, jackets and coats, and I had all kinds of things. I don't have any of that anymore. I can't go to, winter wonderland, wherever it is.
No.
Yeah,
no. My growing up, my folks, I was raised by my grandmothers, and they didn't go by the weather. They went by the calendar. So that meant I had to wear long underwear from October to end of April, basically. So, April, it could be 75 degrees. Put on your long johns, boy. But, you get home, you're all sweaty, and you can't tell, but everybody else is moving away from you, And it's just, it's like,
poor little Patrick. Grandma, what should I wear today? What month is it?
That's right. The long underwear. And then you got the mucklucks, the boots, and you got the puffy, those puffy coats. Those were really big in Colorado, those big puffy goose down things. Everybody walked around looking like the Michelin Man. It was just, I hated every second of it. No snowball fights, no skiing. Forget that.
I have a kind of an aversion to those. When I was a kid, we were not well off, and I have 2 older sisters. And back then, still today, if your family's not well off, you hand things down to the younger siblings. But when you're a boy and you have only older sisters, it sucks for you, I remember this is true, by the way. When you're in first grade, second grade, third grade, and the teacher is still, maybe it's kindergarten, first grade, maybe, probably not much into third grade, but you had these rain boots. And back then, if they were black, they were for boys.
Yeah.
Red or yellow, they were for girls. Okay.
Galoshes?
So I didn't have rain boots. I got handed down the yellow ones or the red ones from my sister.
Oh my.
And I was like the joke of the class because the teacher I remember they would have a clothespin, and they would take a clothespin and and it had your name on it or something, and put your boots together, and all the guys were like, he's got red boots, look at the red boots, So, and that's why I have serious problems today.
Yes, that's why you're messed up. Yellow boot. They call them galoshes.
Galoshes. Well, I think, I'm not sure. I think galoshes were the things that you only covered your shoes. I'm not sure about
the rubber boots that you use.
Yeah, but I'm talking about boots that went up past your ankle, and they had those little clasps on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were cool. They were really cool if you had the black ones, and you're a boy.
The black ones.
.
But yeah, were your sisters as tall as you?
What's that?
Your sisters, are they as tall as you are?
No.
No, because people may not realize it from looking at this tiny picture on the screen, but Michael is what? What are you, 6'4"? 6'3". He's massive. He's huge. This man is huge. He is so giant.
Yeah, but they don't. Well, I do have a big foot too, but they don't. They don't look at your height and go,
Hmm.
you must have a big foot. But
What?
yeah, I do actually.
Uh,
I just found. I told you months ago, but during the pandemic, our house got flooded when one of the little, I don't know what you call it,
yeah, the
one of
little
the little
gutters.
ditches that takes the water away
Yeah,
got jammed up,
right.
stopped up. And Pilar told me, you should get some of those boots, because everybody here, I don't know, do you have boots here in Boquete?
I
Everybody.
actually don't. Well, I have boots, but I don't. I know they're Wellingtons. They're like Wellingtons. They call them. Yeah,
But
Wellies. Yeah,
all the workers, all the guys with the
yeah.
weed whackers, they all have those boots. So I went looking for the boots, but again, I do have a big foot, so it was.
Oh
I
yeah.
went to Mello, and they looked at me and they, like, what size do you want? They were like, yeah, like, no. But then I went back to the same store, and they amazingly had a very, actually, kind of a little too big for me, but I bought it anyway. It's a little roomy. It's good,
Okay. Yeah.
and like a size 13 or something, like 14. I think a
Oh
size 14.
wow. Oh wow. There's few people in Panama. I mean, it's just my observation, but by and large, most Panamanian citizens are a little bit shorter than us. You know,
Yeah, they are. I
and a
figure
little bit
maybe it
smaller.
comes in an assortment. When they get the boots, it's like one size 14 for some giant gringo, and then
Uh-huh.
you know
Yeah.
50 pairs of size 7. 80 pairs of size 8,
Yeah.
something like
Um,
that.
yeah, I'm only 6 foot. Well, now a little bit under because my spine is compressing. But I've been looking for flip flops. Like you go to the chinos, the little markets, and they have a little section of goods, and I can never find a flip flop. I wear a size 10. That's not a huge shoe, and I can't find flip flops that size. So I got some here. I'll be bringing back with me, and next uh, next rainy season, I'll probably get some rubber rain boots, some tall rubber rain boots.
Yeah, that's a very good tip, actually. For we're always answering those questions. What should you do when you move to Boquete? Well, if you have any kind of large foot, you should bring some extra shoes or flip flops or
Yeah,
whatever you like to wear with
yeah,
you, because
yeah.
you may not find it easily here.
Well,
So
one of the things that I didn't realize and no one told me about is the rainy season is really, really, really rainy. You can go out.
it's
I've gone
raining right
out.
now. It
Yeah,
is raining right now.
yeah.
This is rainy season.
And one of the tips that I learned from some of the local gringos that were there before me is rainy season, always have some baggies with you, Ziploc baggies. You got to put your phone and your wallet and your money into a Ziploc. Otherwise, even if you're wearing a poncho and an umbrella in these downpours, you get soaked. You get soaked. It just somehow flies underneath your poncho. I don't know.
Well, I am a big believer in having umbrellas. I mean, I think there are some things that you can't go wrong with having a lot of spares, and an umbrella is one of them. I have an umbrella
Absolutely.
in the car. I have a backpack. I have an umbrella in there. We have an umbrella in the house. If you ever have to leave, like I have a bag. This is a little too much information, but I have a bag of garbage I have to take out, and I'm waiting for the rain to slow
Die
down
down
a
a
little
little
bit.
bit.
But I have an umbrella in case I do have to go out with the garbage.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, but that's a practical consideration because when it rains, I mean, you can get 13, 14, 15 inches of rain in a day. And just going to the trash, you can get completely soaked.
you can get a lot of rain. And here's
Yeah.
another tip for, if you're not a renter or you have to take care of a house, the gutters and the downspouts here,
Yeah.
you got to clean them out like on a regular basis, because you can
Okay.
clean it out and 2 weeks later, like sometimes we see the water just, that's how we ended up having a blockage, and the
Wow.
leaves. There
Yeah.
are leaves everywhere, so you got to get rid of those leaves. You got to do some regular maintenance. And that tip is Another freebie from Bit Gringos.
Bit Gringos. Well, here's the thing, and I think you can get these at Do It Center. They make plastic screens that fit over your gutters. And
yeah, they're great, but
if
you still have to go up. You have to climb up there and get the leaves because they cover the screen, and then that's when the water goes over.
I've noticed that a lot of places, in fact, our house has one. You know, all the houses in Panama basically have corrugated tin roofs, right? And our house and the houses in our little complex, instead of traditional U-channel gutters, they take a piece of a large, like a 3-inch or 4-inch piece of PVC, and they cut a groove right down the middle, and they slap that on there, and the water goes down between the valleys in the corrugated roof into the gutter. So it's a little less problematic when it comes to leaves and stuff getting in there, because you've got, you know, your roof is trying to make illustrations. It's a puppet show. Your roof, it touches the top of the groove on the high part of the corrugation, and the low part is a channel that just goes in there, you know. So if some of them get blocked, you still got others that are working. Anyway.
This is just like this old Panamanian house.
I know. Well, here's your tip. We're going to make some gutters today.
But I would say if you have a house that a large portion of your maintenance is going to be rain related, you know, it's and leaves, getting the leaves out. That's a major thing here. Getting the leaves out, cleared out, make sure the gutters are working, you know. And it's constant. It's not something you do, you know. I thought really that, I'll do it at the beginning of rainy season, then I'm done for the year. No, it's not like that, you know. The thing fills up with leaves, and then it gets clogged up, and then it starts going over. And the rain here is spectacular. Our rain is spectacular rain.
It is spectacular.
Yeah.
It's not a little, you know, a little drizzly. Well, sometimes it's drizzly. But when it rains,
But I love it. I'm not complaining. I'm not two gringos complaining. We're just
no. These are not complaints. These are observations.
Observations, yeah.
And there are things that you want to be ready to deal with, but absolutely not complaining at all. The rain it's cool. The lightning and thunderstorms are spectacular.
Oh yeah.
It's a little problematic when the trees blow down and knock out the power for a couple of days or whatever.
For instance, it's raining. I don't know. I doubt if the mic is picking up the rain, but it's raining so hard now that it's kind of hard to hear you.
Oh, really? You might have to put on headphones.
I should have brought headphones. I should have headphones here every time because during the rainy season, it probably works much better.
Oh, it's very loud. Well, I can hear you, and you sound very clear, and I don't hear any rain in the background. So, testament to those are some nice microphones you got there.
They are. They're beautiful. Buttes. They are buttes. They belong to the one and only Patrick Reynolds.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where you saw them before.
Yeah, it looks similar. Well, you know,
if we had a bigger budget for the show, we could do like special effects where we could have actual rain coming down behind me, and you could have smoke going behind you. You know, for the California. How are the fires, by the way? Any better? Are they?
They're somewhat better. One of the fires here is contained. They set a backfire the other day, Friday. You know, backfire is to burn up the brush in front of the fire. So when it gets to that burn area, it just stops. And you can see the smoke from that all over the valley. But the air quality overall has been a lot better. The picture behind me, I took that, I'm going to say Wednesday or Thursday. I forget.
That's a beautiful picture. Where is that? New York City?
Yeah. That's Times Square.
Paris, what is it? Rome? I'm not sure exactly.
It's the beautiful San Fernando Valley. Yes.
And I don't know if you planned it that way, but with your head right in the middle of the trees, it's a beautiful, what do they call that? Beautiful
Symmetry?
layout, beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
Symmetry.
Well,
Symmetry.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't plan it. I got lucky. And speaking of budgets, what's a budget? What? This is the cheapest, least expensive Zoom show, I think, on the planet, because I've got a homemade light card, bounce card, that I'm bouncing light from the window over here. And I made it out of a piece of foam core, and I taped one of those windshield, silver windshield covers, you know, I taped one of those to it. And my other light here is one of those ring lights that everybody uses now, right? Those are pretty cool. And it was like $20 on Amazon. So I think that, and the speaker, I mean, the microphones there, that's the most I've spent for this.
Well,
someday I'll upgrade my Zoom.
Maybe next week I'll have a light.
What?
Maybe I'll get a light.
You could use a light. You look a little dark today.
You know, it depends. I usually rely on the sun, but there's no sun because it's raining.
No sun. Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I mean, we are a very low-cost Zoom show. The only cheaper Zoom show is the two guys that are talking into Dixie cups. Yeah, great.
Well, you know.
By the way, that was a lot of fun when you were a kid to talk into a Dixie cup with or a can.
Yeah.
Can,
tin can, or we used oatmeal, those paper oatmeal cans, you know, Quaker Oats or whatever. Yeah, it was great.
That was actually the height of technology at when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Like, did you have a cell phone? No, I had a freaking can with a wire coming out of it, or a string.
We didn't have those stinky cell phones.
Yeah, I didn't have a cell phone.
No, nobody even knew what that was.
I had a can, and I also took pictures with.
With your can?
Yeah, with my can.
You know, you could have done it. You know, in high school, I took photography, and we had to make one of those pinhole shoebox cameras, right? You could do the same thing with the oatmeal can, right? So you could talk on it, and you could probably take a selfie with it. You had to learn to develop all your own, you know, paper and film and stuff. But hey, could work. Let's try it.
Let's try it. Yeah, we're from the generation. I'm so happy that I'm in the generation that I'm in, you know.
Yeah.
I get down a little bit, maybe unfairly, on the younger generation.
Yeah.
Is it unfair?
I don't know. You know, they're living in a world that's different from ours. Very different. They're living in a world where
we should talk to Shada again. I think she's the only one here. We don't have anybody really. Well, we have the kids of who?
The Johnsons.
Huh?
The young Johnson family, you know.
The Johnson family, exactly. We could speak to them. Somebody.
You know,
get the viewpoint of are they millennials? They have millennials, don't they?
I guess they're millennials. I can't keep track. Is there something after millennial or?
I don't know. Generation. I don't know.
XYZ. I don't know.
Here we are, baby boomers, and we're at the end of the boom.
Yeah. Oh, badonkadonk. That means our time is about up.
Our time.
We've raced through another Bit Gringos show, and it just flew by like that.
It flies by. It's yeah.
Well, it's been great. I'm sorry our guest didn't make it today. Perhaps he had urgent business to attend to.
So the guest is not showing up. Is that what I should understand? Okay.
Yeah, the guest is just not gonna make it.
We have to talk to our producer, because really.
I'm gonna make some calls and see, what's going on there, because
All right.
you know.
And, I will work. Yeah, I think I have a light somewhere that might help in rainy season situations.
Okay, good. That'll be great.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize to the entire viewing, public. We only get by on your donations.
That's right. Please send
Actually, we
donations
would.
to 2-Bit Gringos at 2bitgringos.com. No,
Yeah.
that's nothing. I don't know. Uh-oh.
Something happened.
I'm looking to see. It might be. No. No.
Okay, so what are we doing, Patrick?
We're gonna end the suffering. We're gonna
end the suffering. Okay.
We're gonna say goodbye for this week.
Another good week there in Southern California. I hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
Stay safe. We have to really consider ourselves lucky to be anywhere where we have food supply, a roof over your head. I still feel that way. It's kind of a drag going through this quarantine. It's depressing.
It's hard on everybody, but we're gonna get through.
You have to have hope.
And let's just keep having fun and doing what we can to take care of ourselves. All right?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, stay safe. Mike, you have a great week. It's always great to see you and talk to you. Adios, amigos.
Adios.